Hey guys, welcome to my third attempt at a Hunkered Down with Seth with probably my best friend I've ever made in comedy, the greatest person I know. Just to give you an idea how close we are, I was the one who officiated her wedding. I was so honored to do it, and she is just one of the most pleasant, down-to-earth, great people I've met. The ex-comedian Nicole Lucas. Nicole, always great talking to you for a third attempt.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be back. FKA, wait, is that FKA, formerly known as Nicole Lucas, now Nicole Rossa?
It's a PH informally.
Oh, okay.
So, PHKA.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. In fact, nowadays, instead of last name, you just have a symbol. It's just it's the shrugging emoji.
That's not a bad idea.
No,
That'll be hard for Google.
no, the hard part
That would be fun.
Yeah, the hard part will be recording your own Purple Rain. See.
Yeah, I have been practicing. I poorly play the cello, and I've been practicing because I've had I don't know, 15 extra minutes in my day because I'm not really. I still have to work and stuff, but I think I'm a little ways off from recording any sweet jams, unless that sweet jam is Kumbaya or Ode to Joy, because I'm pretty good at those two songs.
Well, just curious, what are the strings on the cello? Is it like in bass where it's E, A, D, G, or is there a different layout?
It is A, D, G, C.
Oh, so it's like, gotcha, it's like a bass but without the big note and one more down.
Yeah. The A string is the high string.
Oh, then should be easy for me to take over that world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can also play a bass pretty poorly, so I'm ready to join an all-guy band that needs one girl in their band to get gigs, and I will play the note.
Exactly.
But then I would really want more than that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd want to be the singer.
Yeah, well, you get your cello solos.
My wicked cello solos where I totally shred at Ode to Joy and Kumbaya and Russian folk song number 2.
Have you ever heard of the band Two Cellos?
No, I'll have to look it up.
So there's these two European guys, I think either German or Danish, because of course, and they do an amazing cello cover of Thunderstruck.
Oh, no, I have seen that. That's dope. I have seen that. That was really cool.
Definitely, and they also do Welcome to the Jungle. And
that's awesome. I'd love to be able to play that well. I mean, I'm doing the Suzuki method, which is the smart rich kids method.
Oh.
So I'll probably be there soon,
Oh, definitely.
I watch enough YouTube videos.
Yeah,
how that works.
Yeah, as soon as you get good enough, you get all that cello poontang.
Yeah, and I can tell you that playing the cello in middle school really made me super popular, and everybody wanted to hang out with me a lot.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I tried clarinet, and then I played electric bass, but I learned what really made me popular was I had an older brother whose fake ID I could use to get booze.
Oh, nice. Nothing I think ever really made me popular in school, but once I got to college, I guess I got more popular. I don't know. I think as a grown-up, I'm more popular than I ever was as a kid.
Popularity is like fame. It's an illusion. No one gets anything out of popularity.
No, it's true. It's not a popularity contest.
No.
I've always had very difficult to manage hair, so I think that holds me back.
Yeah, and I know what you mean. I've had it difficult to manage religion.
Ah, yeah.
So.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there is the hair thing involved, but we talked before because both Romanian people. Romanians have crazy hair.
Yeah.
It's not easy to control a Romanian person's hair.
No.
Because it's like curly in some places and straight in some places.
I know. I
But
know.
Dominicans, they got all kinds of curly hair. They got the best.
I know. I mean, it's like, come on, give it a Bucharest.
Yeah.
See, that's why I love Nicole. She's a big fan of my worst puns. So.
I love puns. I'm an English teacher now, so it's like puns are my jam. It's the only like avenue of humor that 8th grade boys understand and that is appropriate for class. So I just like I come up with a lot of like groany puns and they're just like, oh, we hate you so much, Madrazza, you were so lame, and I'm like, whatever. No.
So, Nicole, this is the third time we're attempting this, but this is hopefully going to be the first one I release because I lost the other videos. So how are you guys holding up? Let's go back to the beginning.
Okay, we're good. So my husband and I are both working. I'm experimenting with Zoom starting Monday because we've been doing classes at home via telephone because I work with a very strict religious group. And they don't really use the internet, but we've been experimenting with Zoom, and that's been really kind of hilarious to watch religious fundamentalists figure out Zoom. So I highly recommend that. It's been really cute, and they've been really like cool about it. But we're good because we live in Cleveland, which is like for anyone who will listen, if you would like to have a giant house that you barely paid for and like a mortgage that's cheaper than having like one room in Seattle or San Francisco, or even I don't know, a different city.
LA.
You could move to Cleveland.
Yep.
And LA, yeah. Like we have like a full-on house because it's really cheap to live in Cleveland. And the best part about the house is that we have a bar in our basement. And it's
nice.
Like whoever lived here before like set it up. They must have been having Super Bowl parties and then like crying when the Browns lose like every week because it is dope down there.
Yeah.
So we're lucky that we have a lot of space that we can be in.
And
which I think if I lived anywhere else, we wouldn't have that. Kind of thing.
That's awesome. Let me give you a little advice. Definitely go dartboard.
Oh, we do need a dartboard.
And
yeah, we don't have one down there.
And the cool thing is, I don't know about other people, but darts, if you'd ever just need to, knock some steam off alone, just go downstairs, throw some darts for about 15 minutes, and you're good.
That's nice. We have a touch screen, like a touch master from like the mid 90s, I guess late 90s probably.
Oh, cool.
And it has the erotic games on it, which is there's like games of skill, games of trivia, and like I don't even know the other games. I only know that there is erotic strip poker and like the crystal balls game. And erotic strip poker, you can pick man or woman. I find that not very many people want to play the woman one because it's like, oh, this is like kind of like
Playboy
children. Playboy, yeah, it's dorky. But the man version is like all of the sexy costumes the guys are wearing are just dudes with jobs. So it's like, oh, he's a fireman, or there's one who's a chef, and then at the end, like if you get all of your parts and you can get him naked, he puts a chef hat on his wiener, which he gets really good at making the bread rise. And then,
nice.
And then my other favorite one of the jobs, like the sexy jobs, is that there's a magician, which is like
a magician.
I don't know how many. Yeah, like one of the characters you can, like coerce with gambling into getting naked is a magician, and so like obviously at the end he appears with the hat over his wiener, and then The weird part is that when you lose and you have to take off all your clothes, you're like, can the magician see me? Is this Fireman?
Yeah, I mean, fair is fair, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's a really weird game.
does he pull a rabbit out of something?
I feel like there's like a bonus round where, like, if you win really, really well, you can get them to take off a little more. But there's no genitals. It does show boobs, but it shows butts, but it doesn't show genitals because, like, we have a classy establishment down there. We don't do those things.
Exactly.
That's pretty fun.
It's a 2-drink minimum for that.
Yeah, and then my husband was a home brewer, but we haven't really been brewing any beer, so we converted some of the home brewing supplies to give us bubbly water because we found the big thing that we're missing is fucking LaCroix. Like, I had grown accustomed in my, like, bouginess, my bourgeoisiness, to my water being bubbly. And now I'm like, what, you want me to drink it like a commoner out of the tap? Put it through the bubble thing first. So now we have a whole keg of bubble water for me.
Nice. Do you flavor it? Do you, like, infuse blueberries or some other middle-class BS?
I flavor mine mostly with vodka.
Oh.
Even regular bubbly water, I call them Jesus juices. You pour off a little of the LaCroix, and then you just pour the vodka into the can and swirl it around with your thumb on top, and then you don't gotta wash up the glass. But, you know.
That's cool.
Vodka soda.
Yeah.
Good for working out, too.
Oh, definitely.
I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
You gotta booze up before you work out. Otherwise, how else are you gonna work out? That's the motivation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get a little vodka water. We have set up a Gazelle in one of our other rooms. We have a craft room. Like I'm saying, you move to Cleveland and we have 3 bathrooms and 2 people. Like, they're giving away houses here, people. They really are.
I grew up in the Midwest. I'm well aware of bathroom to people ratios.
But, like, so we had purchased some time back a Gazelle and, like, put it up. We're like, oh, pandemic, you know, with my own Cupid, blah, blah. We put up the Gazelle. But this thing's, like, terrifying to get on. Like, when you're on it, it's kind of okay. But when you get off, it's like being on roller skates for a long time and then getting off. And then it's like you're on a boat. And you're already exhausted. And, like, Tony Little's been screaming at you. It's horrific.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrific.
Tony Little
Plus, you're drunk.
Tony Little was the guy who screamed technique, correct?
Oh, yeah. Or that's the guy with the little blonde ponytail, right?
Yeah.
And big thigh. Yeah. He's the Gazelle guy.
I was more of a Susan Powder fan myself, but gotta, game recognizes game.
Did you ever see Susan Powder when you lived in Seattle? I saw her once at the market.
No, I haven't. Although it's one of those people I wouldn't recognize unless someone said, "Hey, that's Susan Powder."
No, you'd recognize her.
Yeah.
She's so intense looking. Like, even this was like after Stop the Insanity, and I saw her like at the Pike Place Market, and she had like dreadlock weave that was like crazy cotton candy colors, but like you could tell it was her. She was wearing the exercise gear and everything. Very, very intense. And then one time I saw the Galloping Gourmet down there too.
Yeah.
But then I think he had some trouble with the girl room. So.
Yeah, but it's one of those things you realize why they're successful. It's because they live the gimmick. They are that person.
Yeah.
That's why Prince was successful, and that's why Bon Jovi in their later years weren't successful.
Oh, would you say that Bon Jovi is not successful?
Post 93 up until It's My Life, because then everything became jumbled.
Okay. Yeah, Jova Joe, that's what I call him.
Yeah.
Or John Bon, when we're just hanging out.
Although I do have a deep respect for him because he has been helping out the homeless a lot. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna go listen to like a Bon Jovi record at this point. I don't have like an emotional connection to Bon Jovi, but
yeah,
I got no beef with Bon Don or Joe.
nope.
I think he's, whatever. I mean, who am I to judge?
Okay, so I'm gonna do a
I can't
little.
even play the show.
Okay, I want to do a little mini tournament involving this said people. So we'll so
Okay.
okay, so the thing is, who's bigger? And I'll give you
Okay.
a musician in a state and another musician in a state, and you
Okay.
tell me who's bigger in the state. Let's go
Okay. Fair.
Prince in New Jersey. I mean, Prince in Minnesota or Bon Jovi in New Jersey.
Oh, I gotta go Bon Jovi in New Jersey, just because New Jersey's so much smaller. I think that Minnesota's a big state. I think that in Minneapolis, Prince probably like conquer the walk, but who knows what's happening in all those other 999,000 lakes or whatever.
Yeah.
Atlanta's 10,000 lakes.
Yep. You know, I mean, he's huge in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, but who knows about the other, like Lake Jefferson. Who knows if they even heard of Prince?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what they're doing? They're ice fishing in shacks. But I like the idea of people ice fishing and listening to Prince at the same time.
Oh, it's one of the best things to do. All right, how about this? Bruce Springsteen in New Jersey or ZZ Top in Texas?
ZZ Top in Texas.
Really?
I didn't give one flip of a jib about ZZ Top. Well, like I liked Tush. I was like, oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about ZZ Top until I lived in Texas, and suddenly I knew everything about ZZ Top. Like their early stuff. I mean, it's so Texas and so hard, and every Texan loves being a Texan, and that's the thing, is they're Texans, and all Texans are like, well, at least it's Texas. That's something.
Oh, definitely. And you realize the genius of them, like when you listen to the first albums, they're like, oh, they were actually the best band ever.
Yeah, I love ZZ Top, and I mean, from living in Texas I was there for like 6 years, and that was pretty good. But then also, like, just as the older you get, you're like, ooh, that's pretty cool. Like, yeah, I like that stuff. I like cold beers and just like armadillos.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I never seen a live armadillo, but I bet it's cool. I've seen a lot of dead ones, but
Oh yeah, it's like raccoons, but the opposite.
yeah, they got the hard shells. Did you know that I had a pet raccoon when I was a kid?
I did not. Whatever happened to them?
Yeah. Well, the thing with a raccoon is, so my mom found this raccoon. Someone had hit the mommy raccoon on the streets in Indiana when I was a kid. And my mom loves animals, so this little baby raccoon was like by the mommy raccoon's corpse because it didn't know what to do. So my mom, who has this huge heart and loves animals, just scooped up this baby raccoon and brought it home. And against what I wanted, they named the raccoon Rocky, which is dumb. That's lame. That's not creative.
Yeah.
I wanted to name the raccoon Lacey after this popular girl at my church camp because I was like, finally, Lacey might talk to me.
Plus, you weren't a Beatles fan.
Yeah, and I wasn't a Beatles fan because I was a child. But so we had this raccoon, and we took care of it and nursed it. But raccoons are pretty mischievous, as you know, and they get to a point where they're just kind of too big to have as pets because they get into stuff. Like, their little hands are pretty exploratory, so, they eat things, they break things, they get into trouble. So we ended up giving the raccoon to, a wildlife, refugee center, and, but I really was attached to the raccoon, and I was very sad.
Yeah. I thought I thought the story would end with a man who called himself Dan drew first and shot him in the corner.
Oh. No, we just took it to like some Indiana wildlife refugee place.
All right, well, it has a happy ending.
It's not like tiger. The raccoon folks are a little more chill than the tiger folks. I'll tell you that.
Well, I could only assume. I've only met 0 tiger folks in my life, so.
Right?
So.
This would be crazy. There used to be, when I lived in Nevada, so I used to move a lot. I don't know if you knew that about me. But there was like some like doped up tigers up at the Nugget, the casino, and you could get your picture taken with them. But my mom would never let me because, like I said, she loves animals and she knew they were all doped up and didn't agree with it.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, I want to pet a tiger, and she just wouldn't let me do it. So that was just cool in that way.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'm against, like, if there's a zoo that, you know, just keeps them in a nice habitat, I'm cool with that. But, you know, people, you know, drug animals and stuff, really, it depends on the drug. Like, DMT, cool, but, like, you know, Valium, come on.
Come on, they need to be aware. We get my cat really is into catnip, and she gets all like she eats it and snorts it, so she's like a Wall Street businessman in the 80s doing cocaine when she gets it. She's just like sneezing and getting all crazy, and then she's kind of mean.
Yeah, it'd be funny if you found out like a huge stash of catnip like behind the litter box. And then like and then like a block of apartment buildings that your cat owns.
You know, I kind of worry about the cat condo and what's going on in there, because I did find an unmarked stack of bills tucked into the little cubby.
And then you just have another cat wearing nothing but a bikini bottom, just hangs out all the time. Little cat Speedo.
That's hilarious. I love that idea.
Of course, no makeup, because we don't test on animals.
No makeup. She's a naturally beautiful kitty.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful baby. Actually, she's kind of an old lady now.
Yeah, I mean...
She's like 10 years old.
Yeah, you got her back in Seattle.
Mm-hmm. So, she's lived a lot of places. She's moved at least 4 times, but she's pretty chill.
Yeah, you know.
You know.
That's cool. So, so what are your big plans after the quarantine? Do you have any huge... Well, we did talk about that soup thing during one of the recordings that we had to throw out.
Oh, the soup and bread experiment?
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So a friend of mine and I run the Cleveland Soup and Bread Experiment, and in the wintertime, we have volunteer soup makers come, and they make soup, and then we have bread donated by this awesome bakery on the rise, and people donate to a charity, so we'll hopefully be able to do that again, although I'm a stickler for food safety before, so now I'm going to be even crazier about it. People are always be like, is this too much? And I'm like, no, it's cold and flu season. We're wearing gloves. So I look forward to doing that again. I've been trying to do more comedy here in Cleveland, so that's been fun. My big thing is I really just want to go to fucking brunch. Like, I'll be fine. I'm not going to, like, go protest and, try to get things open so I can have some shrimp, but it would be nice. So, but, I don't know. It hasn't been, I'm not, like, I couldn't imagine trying to do this when I was, like, 27. That seems hard. Like, living in an apartment with, like, a roommate you don't like, or, like you're in a crappy relationship or whatever. That seems really difficult. And I feel for all those people. I feel for everybody who's having a hard time, but I'm not really having that difficult time other than boredom. But, you know, I can deal with being bored. Who gives a shit?
Oh, for sure.
I got books.
Yeah, I got an Xbox One. You know, I play Skyrim.
Yeah, plus I have the erotic games down in the bar. So
Oh, totally.
But,
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? What's your first big thing that you're gonna do?
Well, first of all, this has really motivated me. I plan to, since I'm in the LA area, I'm gonna hit up the comedy stages minimum 4 times a week, hit up the improv stages maybe once a week. Um, I've been reconnecting with a lot of people doing this, so I want to finally get together with them and hang out with all the friends that I've been neglecting over the past couple months and frankly years. And
Yeah.
think I'll get around to paying my taxes too.
Oh, yeah, so we were foolish. We already paid our taxes like ass clowns.
Yeah.
I wish we would have withheld them. I've connected with a lot of people too, like people that I haven't talked to in a long time, and that's been cool. And like a lot of friends, just expressing like, gratefulness for having each other in our lives, and that's been interesting and fascinating and heartbreaking all at the same time, but
Yeah.
really wonderful. So I hope that trend continues. Global pandemic I could do without though.
I know, and I'm lucky enough where the vast majority of people I'm reconnecting with is just I've been too lazy to connect with them. Not like we had a big falling out.
Yeah.
Like you and me.
I can imagine you having too many falling outs. I don't think of like, oh, Seth, he's always yelling at somebody.
No, I mean, you and me. There was I don't think I had maybe I had maybe 2 conversations with you in 2 years, but it was just because we were doing our separate lives, and I knew you were more of a private citizen now, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I thought I didn't need the kind of attention that comedy gives because I was focusing on teaching, and I'm like, oh, this will be fine. But teaching is like doing comedy, but not fulfilling in that way. Like, you do really have to struggle to get kids to pay attention to you, and they don't get any of your jokes because they don't fucking know anything about popular culture. So they're just like, I don't get it.
Well, is it also one of those things where, the stuff you teach is like material, and if they get a question wrong, is that like they didn't get the joke?
Kind of. I think I'm a pretty good teacher, but I'm also really like hippy-dippy, so I'm always like, hey guys, your grades are not a measure of your worth, okay? I just want you to know that people have different intelligences, and if I'm giving you an F, it's because you're really, really, really not putting forth an effort.
It's...
Like, I try to... But some kids, that freaks out. They'll be like, I need you to grade me, and I'll be like, oh, well, your daddy must be an accountant. Settle down. Yeah,
and it's also one of those things where you just want to tell them, look, I wish I became an electrician or a plumber instead of this, because they get paid, they got benefits. It's okay to go to a trade school. It's okay to be a welder.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to be a teacher too.
Yeah.
Because we need those too. But yeah, like I do try to impart on the kids that, like, their grades don't super matter. It's more like their effort and their like personalities and like their like reactions to stress. But that's kind of hard to explain to an 8th grade boy. But
I know.
Some of them I think that one kid was like, he's not a strong reader, and I go, well, that's okay, you're not a strong reader, but I need you to try. And he goes, well, you told me I could be something else that I didn't need to read. And I was like, yeah, but if you can't read, like, that means you can't get any first-hand information. That means that, like, everything people are telling you, you have to just believe. I was like, and the rest of the world is filled with idiots who are lying to you constantly. So,
oh yeah,
try it. Give the short story a read, kid. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, and if all else fails with the internet, people will buy nudes of all shapes and sizes. Not that I would give that advice to an 8th grader, but let's be honest. If you're teaching college, then maybe I would go that direction.
Yeah, I try really hard, even as a lady teacher, to not come off as a fucking creep. I notice, like, if I give a kid even the smallest compliment, they're like, Miss Rossa is very much into me. She said that she likes my handwriting. I think she wants to fuck. And I'll be like, no, I was just trying to be supportive of your learning. But they get all creeped out. Like, they're like very, like, y'all gotta stop watching Pornhub because teachers want nothing to do with you.
Exactly. They just want a paycheck and a bottle of vodka at the end of the day.
Be like, we want to go home. We want to go home.
Exactly.
Not invite you to our house. Like, I have to smell you and watch you pick your nose. And then kids eat a lot more corn nuts than you want them to. Get their little ranch fingers all over everything. It's nasty.
To be honest, that's a Midwest thing. That's not a overall kid thing. I mean, growing up, I had my share of corn nuts.
I feel like my whole life when I'm in school is just me trying to keep kids from covering, like, my own personal property with flavor dust. Like, it's all over them all the time. And they're, like, when the COVID stuff started, they're like, oh, you don't have to worry. We all wash our hands all the time. I'm like, no, you don't. I see you. You're covered in barbecue dust right now. Like, you...
That's life.
Cannot be trusted.
That's an allegory for life.
You can't be trusted. You are covered in barbecue dust.
Okay, so rounding third and coming to finish this off so we actually get a video and not...
Alright.
Because, believe me, I could talk to you for hours on end and not be bored once. When are you... I have a difficulty, me and my lady, going to the Midwest to visit you guys because if I'm within 500 miles or even 1,000 miles of Milwaukee, my parents, I got the family thing. But would you and your lovely, beautiful husband be willing to come out and visit LA? We would give you a grand tour, a AAA treatment.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And then my husband's brother, so my brother-in-law, like, tried to move to Cleveland, but you kind of got to be a badass to live here and really deal with a lot of, like, more toughness. So he's moving back to LA.
Oh, cool.
We'll have, not that everyone in LA is weak, but, some of us shovel snow to get fit, and others of us, I don't know, roll tires around the block. That's what he does. He does that CrossFit. But we would love to come visit you.
Oh, we got the VIP treatment. Well, there's a difference between my VIP treatment and the LA VIP treatment. My VIP treatment is we just go to a bar by the beach and drink.
That sounds amazing. I love going to the beach. Do you live in Long Beach?
Yeah.
Do you go, Go ahead.
I was going to say, that song Regulate by Nate Dogg and Warren G.
Yes.
There's that line that says, swing a left on the 2-1 towards Lewis, see a bunch of guys rolling dice saying, let's do this.
Correct, yeah.
I live on the street where you swing the left on 2-1 towards Lewis.
Oh, okay. Cool. Have you been to there's that dope swap meet in Long Beach?
I've...
You ever been there?
Yes.
I mean, there's probably many, but I love swap meets.
Oh, yeah, this Long Beach is awesome. But don't tell anybody, we don't need more people moving here.
Okay. I'm sorry, don't move to Long Beach. It's cool.
In fact, I had this idea where I would stand on the corner of 21st and Lewis and play dice like a Hollywood Spider-Man, and when people came, I would just, take a picture with them.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a good idea. Just have the song playing constantly so they're, like, in the mood and they go, oh, there's that guy.
Yeah.
But also they robbed Nate Dogg and Warren G in that song.
Oh, definitely.
He saw the brothers shooting dice, and then they took his rings and they took his Rolex.
I know, but Long Beach has changed. Now, it's, even from what locals say 5 years ago, it's a lot nicer.
Yeah, last time I went down there, I liked it. I had an enjoyable.
Oh, for sure. Where I live, I'm 10 minutes from downtown, and this is walking time. 10 minutes to the beach,
Oh, wow.
10 minutes to this awesome arts gay area, and, yeah, You guys are
That'd be
welcome
fantastic.
anytime. I look forward to it.
Oh, we would love to. We would absolutely. And especially we could come when it's real cold and gross in Cleveland, because that's kind of intense.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
February. February's a little rough here.
ooh, for my birthday.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. That would be exciting. Maybe by February.
Or my lady's birthday, who's on February 22nd.
Oh, really? That's so cool. Yeah, let's make this actually happen, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
It definitely. I'm looking forward to it. Well, with current events, we'll see how it plays out, but you know, we'll put it in pencil.
Yeah, let's pencil it in. All right. It was so cool to talk to you, and I hope that we don't that it actually makes the interwebs. Oh, the dog is ready to eat.
Perfect timing. All right, Nicole, you're one of the lights in my life. I absolutely adore you and your husband, and thanks for being a guest again.
All right. I feel the same. It was so nice to talk to you.
All right, take care.